What is going on YouTube? Nexus TV back here another video tonight. It's kind of late, like I said last time, but I did say I would make another video when FAWS come out, right? Or when the second episode, and this is the video that I said I would make. So this video, it might be a little bit long, but I'll try to make it short for you guys. Now this video is just gonna be probably like just summing up the scenes Lance is going to be in, like I said, before FAWS even came out. And so we're going to start off with this scene where John Walker is accepting the shield as U.S. agent. And when Bucky's sitting in his house, Lance is actually sitting beside him, and he's kind of just on the floor with Bucky, just kind of looking at the TV, just amazed at like seeing how the Star Spangled Man is just pretty much just taking the place of Cap, even though Cap gave Sam the shield. So Lance and Bucky are kind of just sitting in front of the TV. Lance looks over at Bucky in like a worried fashion, kind of like, I know this is hard for you, man. Are you okay? And then we have the next scene. Let me see what that is. Okay, so I'm doing like a little play-by-play kind of on my computer. I'm watching the show on my computer because I actually like kind of forgot a few of the scenes because I'm kind of tired right now. But you know, duty calls. I'm currently at the scene where Lance and Sam and Bucky are at that hangar, and Sam's about to get on the plane, and so like that scene opens up with Sam kind of walking down the stairs, and Bucky's like, "You shouldn't have given up that shield." And sorry, Lance is walking beside Bucky, and he's not really saying anything, just kind of like just being there as like a sidekick pretty much. But Lance is he's just walking beside Bucky the whole time, and while Bucky and Sam are arguing about the big three, Lance is just kind of in the background, just face palming at what he's listening to, and he you can see him face palm and then pull away from his hand and then look up, and he's just like, "Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous." You can hear him kind of mumble that too. And then in the scene where they're on the plane, and when Sam and Bucky are staring at each other, Lance is kind of on Bucky's left. And in the scene where they get up to go grab, I guess, their weapons or Red Wing, or Sam goes to grab Red Wing or whatever, and then Bucky gets up to, I guess, go grab maybe his knife. Or not grab Red Wing, but grab like the earpiece. No, they're grabbing earpieces. Lance goes to grab his earpiece, and then when Sam jumps out the plane, and Bucky's about to jump out the plane, and Taurus is like, "Are you sure about this?" And Bucky's like, he says, "Yep, I'm pretty sure." Lance co-signs and says, "Of course he's sure. He's the Winter Soldier." Bucky kind of looks over at him like, "I don't want to be associated with that name anymore." And then they jump out the plane. Now, as they're falling, when they fell, Bucky he falls through the trees. Lance's web savers actually save him, like we've seen them do before. And and one thing you should know about Lance, he actually is wearing the Spider Avenger suit in this show. So he's a bit better known. And like when Lance is falling, when Bucky's falling, Lance is like, "Oh Bucky," like he's about to say the word, but then he cuts himself off, and he sees Bucky fall to the ground. Now, as Bucky and Lance are walking up toward that abandoned building, like that old like pretty much dilapidated building, pretty much, you can hear Lance grunt. He's like, "Oh, there's nothing to swing on." Like he's mad because the trees, like the webs will get tangled up in the trees, and then the building is probably not even stable for that sort of thing. So he's mad about that. And then in the scene where where Bucky's like, I can take them, come on. And then he's like, I have a metal arm. And then Sam's like, I have wings, or I have mechanical wings or whatever. Lance, like right after Sam says the S word in the line. I know he says that, but right after that, Lance says, and I have spider powers. And they both kind of look over him like, who asked you? Like they just kind of like, you know. So, and this is one of my favorite parts. So when Bucky's like in that trailer and he's asking that girl if she's okay, Lance is kind of sticking to the side of the door on the right of Bucky if you see the scene, and he's kind of peeking in through the door. And when Bucky gets knocked out, you see Lance is quickly jolt his head back and he looks over at Bucky. He's like, "Really? Getting thrown out of truck now?" That's what Lance says. He's kind of sassy in the show as well. Like, he's like a weird fusion of his his attitude is like a weird fusion of his homecoming self and his endgame self. Like, it's sassy but it's serious, you know. Like, it's it's sassy serious, but also in some way it's also kind of innocent as well. Like, I don't really know. So we're seeing the scene where Bucky's kind of getting his behind handed to him, unfortunately, and we see Lance actually try and help Bucky in the fight. But thing is though is that when he grabs on to one of the flag smashers, like I said in one of the other videos, they fling him off and he's hanging onto the back of the truck, and that's he hangs onto the back of the truck until the scene where well, actually, hold on, I think I got the order confused. So during the scene when this like is Star Warrior or whatever his name is, the black dude's name who's really U.S. agent, when when he pulls up Lance, you start seeing him actually fighting, like using his the aforementioned fight skill that I've mentioned in other videos. Like, the skills that Natasha taught him coupled with his own strength and fighting skill, you see him using that pretty much. Like when he runs up to a flag smasher tries to punch him, pretty much this is happening. And he runs up, he he grabs like their left shoulder with both arms, flips over them. When he comes down, he swings his leg, he knocks their right leg from under them, and then when they fall to the ground, he gets on top of them, rips their mask off, and then just shoots a whip at their mouth. Like, it's pretty crazy. So Lance is when Bucky gets knocked off the tree, or the tree sorry, the truck, um Lance is kind of holding onto the back of the truck with the web, like I said, and he's doing that until he sees, whoa, wait, nah, he's I don't know, what did I have in mind? Okay, so we're gonna just do this. He's hanging on the back until he sees Sam grab Bucky from under the truck and then fly off, and then he grabs he grabs his hand, he shoots a web, and he attaches himself to Sam's XO7 flight wings, or his Falcon wings, and all three of them are just laying on the grass, just looking like they cloud watching or whatever, and um and then in the scene, like when it's when they're walking down that road, Lance is just kind of just sitting there, just like, this is ridiculous. Like, he's just listening to them talk, and then while they're talking to U.S. agent and the other guy, Lance just kind of looks at them and he says, "Will you guys just go on? Like, just leave?" He's kind of annoyed, you know. And then when they get off the truck, actually no, when they're on the truck and they're talking about um like what they lost during the, like, or what it was like during the blip, Lance kind of chimes in. He says, "I don't even want to think about the blip. Lost my best friends and my whole family. Terrible time." Like that's basically what he says. And he has like his mask on and everything, so it's kind of like an inflection in his voice. And in the scene where Bucky, Sam, and Lance are on the plane, Lance is kind of like in the empty seat to the right of Bucky, and he's just looking at his phone. It's like he's scrolling. And during the scene where they went to Isaiah's house, like when Bucky gets arrested, or when the cops pull up on Sam and Bucky, and I'm guessing they were trying to arrest Sam because when Bucky gets arrested, Lance is like that innocent part of him that I told you about. It kind of kicks in, and he reaches out, and he's just like, why? Because Bucky didn't do anything wrong, and he knows. Lance is a smart character. He knows about the whole political thing, so he's kind of just confused, just mad confused in that moment. And then let me see, skipping through the scenes right now because I kind of forgot a few of them. So in the group therapy, Lance wasn't there. Like when it was just the therapist, Bucky, and then Sam, the three weren't there. So Bucky, Sam, and Lance are outside. They're talking to U.S. agent and the other guy. I keep forgetting his name. And when they're about to walk away, and U.S. agent says, "Stay out of my way," you can see just Lance, Bucky, and Sam just kind of look back. Lance is kind of to the right of Sam, and it's when Sam when Bucky says they gotta go see Zemo pretty much, or Sam like he says we're gonna go see Zemo, I guess, or we're gonna go see Zemo. Lance looks over at Sam because he's kind of in the middle, like it does like a triangle, they form like a triangle, and he's like to the left of Sam and Bucky. And when Sam says that, he looks over at Sam like, "What?" Like, he mouths the word "what," and then that's when the it cuts to that scene at the, I guess, mental asylum, and then the credits start rolling. This video is 12 minutes, and I'm not gonna make it any longer. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And I know I told you I was gonna do like a showing of the entries from the Journal of Lance Davidson, but I cannot do that in this video. So you guys will get it though. You'll see it. Thank you for watching, and next is TV out. Have a good day, or have a good morning or evening wherever you are.